The village of Eldridge sat at the edge of a dense, whispering forest. Its inhabitants were a tight-knit group, each cognizant of their modest but contented way of life. Yet, a shroud of mystery enveloped a neglected mansion at the village's periphery, veiled in layers of ivy and a regrettable past. Many years ago, it had witnessed a tragic murder, and the house remained a silent witness, layered in murmurs of the macabre. Amanda Jensen, a young woman with an insatiable thirst for the unknown, had recently moved to the village. Her fascination with the supernatural spurred her to explore the mysteries surrounding the house, known to locals as Vale Manor. She found herself irresistibly drawn to it, despite the village's warnings. Stories circulated the tavern at night, recounting footsteps echoing through empty halls, faint ghostly cries, and strange shadows flickering in windows long coated with dust. Yet it was only when peculiar incidents began plaguing the village that Amanda felt an urgent calling to unravel Vale Manor's mystery. It started with things that could be explained away, such as doors creaking open in the dead of night, but soon grew into eerie shadows sliding through fog-laden streets under the moonlight. There were whispers of laughter devoid of humor, cold drafts swirling in tightly shut rooms, and then the ominous sobs, carried on the wind like a dirge. Most disconcerting of all were the occasional disappearances of small items, only to reappear in the most peculiar places, leaving the owner baffled. Moving with cautious curiosity, Amanda decided to delve into the manor. Her exploration companions, Sarah and Ethan, were similarly intrigued by the house. Sarah, with a grandmother's tale to pursue, and Ethan, an amateur historian and friend with a flair for deciphering historical enigmas. The morning was shrouded in mist, and with hearts laden between anticipation and apprehension, the trio stood before Vale Manor's imposing oak doors. A deafening silence loomed, suppressed only by the chirping birds in the distance. With a deep breath, Amanda pushed the heavy doors open. Inside, the manor felt frozen in time, clothed in thick layers of dust. Hallways stretched endlessly, leading into dimly lit rooms adorned with peeling wallpaper and ancient furniture. As they moved further in, their footfalls echoed, loud and somehow alive. As they surveyed the entry hall, Amanda stumbled upon a faded photograph, half buried beneath debris. It revealed a family: a distinguished-looking man, a gentle-eyed woman, and a lively young boy around 10 years old. Something in those melancholic eyes immediately seized her. Only when Ethan murmured, "The Lawrence family," did Amanda fully comprehend the weight of what she'd come across. According to the village tales, the boy, Thomas Lawrence, had disappeared mysteriously, assumed murdered, though his body was never found. The revelation did little to explain the strange occurrences plaguing the village, but Amanda suspected a connection. The realization sat heavy on her mind. She wondered if the boy's spirit was trying to communicate, seeking justice, or perhaps merely peace. Their exploration soon took them to the basement, where the air was damp and the shadows long. Here, a faint whispering seemed to fill the air, weaving like smoke around them. It lured Amanda deeper, unnerved yet unwavering, until they found themselves facing an old chest, locked tight. Committing to their purpose, they managed to force its rusty lock. Inside lay a crumpled journal, its leather cover marred but its pages surprisingly intact. It depicted a boy's handwriting, capturing the heartache of living in a household overshadowed by conflict and deceit. As Amanda read the final entries aloud, sadness and a strange relief washed over her. Thomas had witnessed something he shouldn't have: a clandestine meeting between his father and unknown men. Days later, he wrote of being threatened by menacing figures warning him to stay silent. The entries abruptly ended without explanation, but they spoke volumes. Armed with this knowledge, Amanda and her friends set out to piece the unsolved puzzle. They dug further into the archives in the village library, spoke with the older villagers, and embarked on finding the truth to free the town from its haunting grief. A break came when they stumbled upon old newspaper clippings revealing financial misdealings involving Thomas's father, Jonathan Lawrence, with unsavory acquaintances. The last piece fell into place when an elderly villager recounted the night Thomas vanished, pointing towards the man sent to silence any witnesses, yet this testimony had long been overlooked in fear. Amanda approached the local authorities with their findings. Examination of the records, combined with the corroborating witness testimony, at last compelled justice for young Thomas Lawrence. In an emotionally fraught trial, the truth emerged, unveiling the cruel fate that had befallen the boy, ensuring those complicit were brought to account. As the village stood breathless at the justice served, something magical suffused the evening air. That night, Amanda returned once more, alone, to Vale Manor. As she stepped through its doors, the once ominous atmosphere felt strangely calm. An ethereal light illuminated the photograph she had found, and for a moment, Amanda felt a warm presence beside her. A peaceful sigh seemed to wrap itself around the manor, and Amanda understood that young Thomas's soul could finally rest. The house, once a symbol of unresolved tragedy and anguish, began to exude an aura of serenity. In the following months, the eerie phenomena ceased, and Vale Manor slowly settled back into its verdant embrace, untouched but at peace. Legends lingered, yet newfound laughter echoed through Eldridge, even when whispered between spirits and settlers. Eldridge and its people would remember the incredible tale of a young woman's curiosity, the friendship that led to redemption, and the eternal warmth of unveiling an innocent heart's whispers lost to time. Befittingly, the village became a sanctuary of stories old and new, with Amanda's own tale a guiding beacon for those seeking the light within mystery and shadows alike.